Yo, what it do, YouTube? We got this Jimmy High Road video. A 17-year-old Lebron got invited to an NBA workout and took over. You know what I'm saying? First off, shout out to God. Shout out to God. Feel me? On this late 12 a.m. session, but you know what I'm saying? Shout out. Also, bro, we know LeBron has been that guy. All right. Who I got in the GOAT debate? MJ. Duh. LeBron is nice. LeBron is very good. He's really good at basketball. But I still got MJ, bro. I don't care. Cry about it, bro. Anyways, let's go. When the 17-year-old LeBron got invited to an NBA workout and took over. MJ better.
In the spring of 1995, the Philadelphia 76ers were getting word about a local high school player that was creating buzz around the city. A son of a former pro whose game already looked NBA ready before he even finished his junior season. 76ers head coach at the time, John Lucas, was so enamored by the kid that after watching him play just a single game, Lucas invited the kid to participate in a workout with the 76ers. At the workout, the kid did not disappoint.
Bro, R.I.P. Kobe, bro. Bean, bro. Legend, dog. Inspiration. R.I.P. Kobe.
16-year-old phenom handing out buckets to 76ers rookie Jerry Stackhouse and showing that his game was NBA ready despite just finishing his junior season in high school. Soon enough, everyone knew about the high school kid and his infamous practice with an NBA team. Fast forward 1 year to the 96 NBA draft, and the 76ers never got their hands on that kid from the workout. Instead, they went with college superstar Allen Iverson first overall in the 96 draft. The kid from Philly ended up getting picked a little later in the draft and eventually did pretty well for himself with another organization. His name was Kobe Bryant. But long before we knew his name, it was John Lucas who saw his potential and gave him the opportunity to prove his game against NBA talent. And John Lucas was known for this, sending out invites to scrimmages and workouts to up-and-coming players, high school kids looking to work on their game. But 7 years after his workout with Kobe, Lucas would invite another local high school player out to an NBA practice. An invite that would lead to a suspension, cost his team a hefty fine, but introduced them to the future of their organization long before he even wore an NBA jersey.
The league has fined the Cleveland Cavaliers $150,000 and suspended head coach John Lucas for the first 2 games of next season. That after the team invited the nation's top high school player, LeBron James, to a workout last week. Under league rules, teams cannot have contact with players who aren't eligible for the draft. James, a high school junior, won't be eligible until next year.
Damn, boy, he got posted. Bro, imagine the type of glaze LeBron was getting in his high school, dog. I think it was getting, this nigga had reporters hanging out of the windows of his games, nigga. Imagine him walking through your halls in school, gang. No glaze. People talking about the chosen one. He's on sports magazines. Like, bro. That's OD, bro. That's OD.
Today's video is sponsored by where I scripts pro.
As both teams now, the Cavs might not care, but I'm sure the Nuggets are smiling today, as both teams now have a chance for gold in the NBA draft. And that gold, LeBron James. But is the 18-year-old from Akron truly the savior?
We have better players than him in his position already on our team, bro.
Oh my gosh.
You can really just bring a high school player in and really just think your team gonna really turn around like that. If he comes,
infamous interview, infamous or
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's interview, right?
On our bandwagon,
hey, whatever it is, bro.
And hopefully we can do something big.
You've probably seen these clips before. Cavaliers players being asked what they thought about the idea of drafting a local ultra-hyped high school kid back in 2003. The Cavaliers hadn't even won the draft lottery yet. They had just wrapped up their worst season in 2 decades, and the players were clearly not trying to hear about some kid that was prophesied to be their savior. They were not buying the hype. But you see, the only thing is, they never needed to buy the hype, because they didn't just know about the up-and-coming superstar kid from Akron. They already played
nigga! Holy shit. This nigga broke his neck. Nah. Yo.
Because they didn't just know about the up-and-coming superstar kid from Akron. They already...
hot take, bro. Listen, bro. You know you're going to be a legend in the game if you're breaking rims in high school, gang, or in college, you know what I'm saying? For me, Shaq did it. I think Kobe did it. MJ probably did it. LeBron did it. They almost died doing it. And that shit, bro, that's clean off too. No scrapes on the backboard or anything. That's clean off. That was planned. You're not slick. That was planned, bro. They know LeBron was gonna do that, so they purposely loosen the screws. Y'all are not slick, bro. Hey, it worked out though. Nigga paid. All right, bro.
He played against him a year before these interviews even happened, where they found out what we would all soon know. LeBron was better than all of them. By 2002, LeBron was the clear-cut best NBA prospect in the world, regardless of age. And it wasn't just the early LeBron fanatics that thought he could go #1 overall in the NBA draft as a 17-year-old junior. Everyone did.
LeBron would have been the #1 pick in last year's draft. That should give you an indication of what kind of talent.
Damn. That's how good he was. So he was a junior this year, right? No. He was a junior. So when he was 16, he would have been the best player in the 2001 draft.
He is.
That's
Most kids should not leave early. They're not prepared for it emotionally or from a maturity level physically, but this kid is.
In fact, he was such a singularity as a prep star that he had already gained NBA status before he was ever in the NBA. After hearing the hype about a teenager dubbed the Chosen One, a prime Shaquille O'Neal took it upon himself to attend one of his games. And after seeing him play...
Yo, bro, imagine you came from biology class, you know what I'm saying? You went home, took a shower. Your mom drove you to the game tonight. Feel me? Sold out, by the way. You sit in the bleachers, nigga. The guy that's next to you is fucking Shaq, bro. A beast.
Had this to say about a 17-year-old LeBron.
He's an all-around great player. He has it all, definitely. He's very athletic. He has a lot of poise. He can do almost everything.
That same season, Allen Iverson, the reigning league MVP, had to see for himself if LeBron was as good as advertised. And not only was the hype very real, opponents were eager to bask in any moment where they even slightly got the best of him. On this particular night, high school star Maurice Rice sent LeBron to the floor.
I remember this. I know this. I saw this film. I saw this.
Or with the crossover. And it damn near brought the whole building down.
Yo, mind you, this nigga airballed. I'm not gonna lie, that move was tough as fuck. That was tough. That was a tough move.
They even slightly got the best
of it. That was a tough move.
On this particular night, high school star Maurice Rice,
nigga built like Phantom, hitting that nice ass move. LeBron playing slip and slide.
LeBron to the floor with the crossover. And it damn near brought the whole building down. Look at this. His teammate is literally jumping for joy, completely ignoring the jaw-dropping gap on the scoreboard and the atrocious shot that followed. But Allen Iverson knew better. He saw what he needed to see. LeBron was everything he was rumored to be. But long before NBA superstars were going to his games, LeBron's skill set far exceeded anything high school had to offer. The only way for him to build onto his already NBA-ready game was to play NBA players. That's when Chris Dennis, a family advisor for LeBron at the time, accelerated his progress by taking every opportunity to get him into gyms with NBA guys, reaching out to coaches and scouts and accepting invites to pro runs, getting LeBron as much exposure.
Put together a game plan where when he was in 9th grade, and one of the big things was getting him in the gym with NBA guys. I wanted LeBron to see what NBA guys look like, and I wanted NBA guys to see him because he was
as he could to the top basketball talent in the world. A plan that Chris put into motion when LeBron was just 15 years old. As LeBron got better, the invites came rolling in. In 2001, a 16-year-old LeBron was invited to a workout with a group of pros. Among those on the court that day included NBA players like Antoine Walker, Jerry Stackhouse, Michael Finley, and a rookie Ron Artest. When LeBron entered the gym that day, none of these guys knew his name. He was just another elite kid looking to get some runs in. By the time he left, everyone knew who LeBron was.
Antoine Walker, Michael Finley, Jerry Stackhouse, they was all up in the building. So he's coming into the gym. I'm like, all right, cool, I want to see what he got. And he was cooking. Like, he was 15 or 16, posting, getting to the basket, and I'm like, this is going to be a huge issue.
Right.
So
you knew right away. Yeah,
he could have won pro right then, honestly.
Yeah, really?
100%.
Quickly, the legend of LeBron James spread not just around households across the country, but in NBA locker rooms. More players wanted to see the kid in action for themselves. He showed up to more pro runs, and the results were always the same. The kid was already good enough to play in the NBA. That same year, LeBron was invited to a workout that included Penny Hardaway and Michael Jordan. 2 hours later, skeptics had turned into believers.
I heard from an NBA source that this summer when he worked out with Michael Jordan that the two best players in the gym were Penny Hardaway and LeBron James.
Nah, that's lies. That's a lie. Nope. That's a lie. My GOAT MJ would never be second fiddle to fucking Penny Hardaway. Penny Hardaway after knee Hardaway, nigga. Come on, stop it. That nigga's a liar.
Description NBA players were giving to a high school LeBron, unguardable.
A young LeBron was in there.
Well, LeBron was a sophomore, and Antoine brought him that time.
Oh, that's what happened?
He was a sophomore. That's when he had the glasses still then, the little joints that go around his neck.
He was cooking. He couldn't. Nobody can guard him. LeBron James. He couldn't guard him. I'm like, I'm getting embarrassed. He's embarrassing us.
My first All-Star game in Philly, and we in the locker room, and we talking to reporters, and they was like, man, have y'all heard of this kid? The chatter was like, have you heard of this kid named LeBron James? Man, this kid he a high school phenom. He's so good, he could probably start in this All-Star game. And I was like, so I sat up and was like,
what the Glaze, nigga?
This kid, I had to really sit up and say, it's a kid out there in high school.
Holy shit.
This
good.
And I saw a lot of NBA guys was going out, flying out to see this play. Celebrities,
going crazy
rappers,
for bro.
Jay-Z and all them going out to see him play.
You want to know, was he really as unguardable as he say he was?
Yeah. We wanted to see what he had, what he could do. It was a 3-on-2. We thought he was going to pass, and it was like in slow motion. The motherfucker just took off. That's incredible. Yeah. I mean, for a 16, 17-year-old kid to come in and do something like that, you knew that he was going to be that motherfucker in the NBA. You knew that.
After spending the last 2 years playing against the best players in the world and proving very clearly that he was not only an NBA talent, but that he was more than ready for the league, LeBron made an attempt to enter the NBA draft at just 17 years old following his junior season in high school. Scouts and analysts knew that if the jump were possible, LeBron would be the consensus #1 overall pick in the 2002 NBA draft, despite not even playing his senior season. The verdict was out, and the kid was ready. However, the NBA was not. Unfortunately, a jump to the league was not possible according to the NBA's eligibility rules, which stated an athlete must complete high school before becoming eligible for the NBA draft. LeBron's response to the rejection?
Golfers come out, they start young, that's how it is. But life is not fair. So you just gotta live with life, and you just gotta be patient. I've been patient this long, I can be patient for another year.
The kid was playing in NBA runs. He was beating up on NBA players, but he couldn't play in the NBA. But he could still do the next best thing.
One other note from the NBA, as Peter Vesey first reported yesterday, the league has fined the Cleveland Cavaliers $150,000 and suspended head coach John Lucas for the first 2 games of next season. That after the team invited the nation's top high school player, LeBron James, to a workout last week. Under league rules, teams cannot have contact with players who aren't eligible for the draft. James, a high school junior, won't be eligible until next year. Coming up next, we'll have more on the...
By the spring of 2002, John Lucas, the same coach who invited a 16-year-old Kobe Bryant to work out with the 76ers, was now the head coach of the Cavaliers. His exclusive workouts with pros and the rare up-and-coming prep talent worthy enough to join were still going on. But by this point, John wasn't just hosting these workouts to open the gym up for his players or get some extra runs in. He was recruiting, because 40 miles away, the best NBA prospect in the world had just wrapped up his junior season. A kid still 1 year away from being draft eligible with a reputation of crashing NBA runs. In fact, John was among one of the many skeptics that attended one of LeBron's games a year prior to see if he was really as good as everyone said he was. And just like everyone else, he was immediately sold. And so just a month after the Cavaliers season ended, John invited LeBron to come work out with the team. By this point, most players around the league had heard of LeBron and knew he was a generational talent. Everyone except the players on the Cavaliers. When word got around that LeBron was going to be at their upcoming workout, Cavs players were not only skeptical, but ready to show him that he wasn't as NBA ready as he, or everyone else for that matter, thought he was. Including our friends Darius Miles and Carlos Boozer. when LeBron showed up the day of the workout, initially their skepticism seemed to be right. He got off to a slow start, wasn't really making an impact on games, deferring to other players, playing like a kid just happy to be a part of the run. Keith Smart, the Cavaliers' assistant coach at the time, recalls LeBron just blending in with the guys. One player who was a part of the workout said they weren't even passing him the ball. But LeBron was not invited to this workout to blend in. Leading up to that day, John Lucas was going around telling people that this kid was better than Kobe was in their workout 7 years earlier. But 2 games in, LeBron's performance wasn't matching the hype. As far as the Cavs players were concerned, this kid was in over his head and not nearly ready to play against real NBA competition. But Lucas had other plans. After going through the motions for the first 2 games, Lucas called LeBron over and called him out, saying, quote, "So you don't want to play with the big boys? You're gonna live off all those damn accolades? You ain't ready." What happened next was described by Johnny Clark, who was at the workout and worked in player development for the Cavs at the time, as a switch flipping in LeBron's head. He heard Lucas loud and clear, and by the end of the workout, the Cavaliers had all the answers they needed.
And Bron came. And like nobody was passing Bron the ball because everybody knew he was in high school. And we was all like not passing the ball. My dad like stopped practice. Like, hey, y'all little back, get him the ball. He the best one on the court. I was just like disgusted. I was like, man, here, like threw the ball to him like he ain't gonna do nothing with it. So we'll get it right back. Hey, bro, you make a move. So now you got Chris Mims, Sagana Diop, Carlos Boozer.
The whole Cavs team, by the way.
Man, this man goes underneath the rim, reversing. Throws it in without looking at the rim. Man, he got to put ball every possession after that. Because it was unbelievable. He's like, what else can you?
Yeah. You know, we hear about LeBron. We saw him play a couple times in high school, and he looks terrific against the high school competition. So you're like, oh, he's going to be able to play and compete. We get him on campus to get him to practice. Right away, we knew that he was our best player. He passed the ball. He got by people. He wanted to draw on the defense and kick it. He made the game so much easier and so much fun to play with. Right away, we knew he was our best player.
Wag was there. It was his rookie year. Dimbo Cole, Darius Miles. But when he jumped him outside the paint, it was Sagana and it was either Chris Mims. No, it was Sagana and Carlos Boozer went up to try to block it. So he jumped like this, like he was going to dunk it on one side. He went underneath the goal and dunked it back without touching the rim.
What?
Just threw it in and just kept running like it was nothing. The rest was history after that.
After getting called out by John Lucas, LeBron proceeded to spend the rest of the workout walking down everyone in the gym, scoring, quote, all the points, making all the assists, and taking over the workout. As Johnny Clark put it, "I'm glad I was here to see this because if I heard from someone telling me what he was doing, I wouldn't have believed them." In fact, every single Cavs player in the gym that day couldn't believe what they were witnessing. Former Cavs player Bryant Stith was so enamored by what he saw that day, he went home that night and called his high school coach to tell him he just saw the next NBA superstar. John Lucas III, son of the Cavaliers coach, and yes, this John Lucas was a college player at the time.
That's crazy. Damn, that's a full circle moment, bro. This nigga was working out with a 17-year-old LeBron and got carried. Basically, this nigga got fucking carried to a dub. Only a couple years later, Bron's on the Heat. He gets a lob, you're under him, and he just dunks over you, nigga. Both legs, gang. Both legs, bro. He didn't even open up his legs. No homo. Them shits were closed. And he just jumped over you, gang. Tough, bro. That's tough.
And was also in attendance that day. And after the workout, made some calls of his own. Turns out, the Kobe comps were true. By the time everyone left the workout that day, there was no more doubt. They all realized the stories, the rumors, the Sports Illustrated cover. It was all true. LeBron was the chosen one, and he proved it. Which gives a whole new perspective on these interviews. All of these guys had already played against LeBron a year before these interviews took place. They saw him, they went toe-to-toe against him, and they were blown away by how good he was. Carlos Boozer's comment about having better players at his position already on their roster is specifically odd because back in 2001, John Lucas himself said LeBron may have been better than the Cavs starting guard the first time he ever even saw him play, when he was just 16 years old. But you don't have to take my word for it. You can hear the words right from the mouth of our old friend, Darius Miles himself. Before the interview, before John Lucas told him about LeBron, and before their infamous workout.
What do you say about the hype? Like Carlos Booz, you heard his comments in the media.
Yeah.
And a lot of people saying that, you know, they had guys better than him.
At the time, it was.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a... Like, they... You know the media, bro. They'll take a statement from you and they'll make it out of something like the stuff that I said. If they really broke down the whole interview and seen every word it said, I was actually taking up for him. I used to call back to the crib and I used to tell my homeboys, I was like, bro, it's this dude in high school, bro. He might be the best high school player ever because I seen him throw it between his legs in the game. I'm like, shit, he might be the best high school player ever. Them boys like, nah, folks. Nah. It can't. No, it can't. No, it ain't. He ain't better than you. I'm like, bro, I'm watching this dude. This dude is going through one. And it's looking effortless. East. And I'm arguing with my homeboys about him being better than me. And I'm calling them about him.
Turns out, they knew all along. LeBron was not only as good as advertised, he was better. And that kid from Akron that crashed their workout in the spring of 2002 was in fact going to immediately turn their whole franchise around.
Facts. Damn, bro. W fucking video, bro. Holy shit, bro.